equation you have to remember in this lecture, and once you know that equation, you'll be able to convert degrees Fahrenheit to degrees Celsius or degrees Celsius to degrees Fahrenheit. A common question you might see on your exam is, convert this degrees Fahrenheit to this degrees Celsius. So, real easy lecture here. You'll just have to memorize again one equation and then be able to plug and chug, just get those numbers in and just kind of stick it in your calculator and be able to go from there. So the learning objective here, just to learn the equation that we're going to go over and then to be able to use it in real world problems. 5F equals 9C plus 160. That is the one equation you'll need to know to be able to convert from Fahrenheit to Celsius. So if you know one of the variables, like Fahrenheit, you'll be able to solve for Celsius degrees by using this one equation. So just plug and chug once you know that, put it into your calculator, solve algebraically, and you'll be able to move right on past this exam problem. Let's start by converting a common temperature, your body temperature, 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit, and convert that to degrees Celsius. Remember our one equation, 5F equals 9C plus 160. So I know the degrees in Fahrenheit, and I'll plug that into the Fahrenheit portion on the equation. So 5 times 98.6. Whenever I put that into my calculator, I will get 493. I will then subtract 160 from each side to get 333 on the left side of the equation, and we'll just get 9C remaining on the right side of the equation. I'll divide by 9 on both sides, and that will get me 37 degrees Celsius, and that is the final answer for converting your body temperature from Fahrenheit to degrees Celsius. Let's do one more. In case you're not familiar with degrees Celsius is just 0 degrees is freezing and 100 degrees is boiling of water. So if we know the boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius, how are we going to know what the boiling point is in degrees Fahrenheit? Well, we're going to use our equation, 5F equals 9C plus 160. This one's actually a little easier to figure out. I'll put the 100 in the C portion of the equation, and now I'll have 9 times 100 plus 160 equals 5F. So I'll just have 9 times 100 being 900 plus 160. That will give me 1060. I'll divide 5 from each side, and that will get me 212 degrees Fahrenheit. And I will then know that degrees Celsius equals 100 degrees of boiling point of water, and a boiling point of water in degrees Fahrenheit is 212 degrees. Let's move on to maybe a little different one where you can actually watch me do the work. Let's do a destination that maybe we would all like to go to. In this Blackboard session, we're only going to do one question, and that's just because it's a fairly simple concept. We're going to convert the temperature in beautiful San Juan, Puerto Rico from 86 degrees Fahrenheit to degrees Celsius. Now we know the first thing we're going to do, and that's just write down the equation that we know. So I'm just going to write down 5F equals 9C plus 160. You can probably say it with me at this point. So what I'll do right now is I'm just going to put 5 times our degrees Fahrenheit that we know, which is 86 degrees. I'm going to go ahead and write the rest of it. So 5 times 86. If I want, I can go ahead and figure out what 5 times 86 is. You can do that in a long, pen and paper way, or you can just use your calculator, which you will be given. So I will just do 5 times 86, and that will give me 430. So 430 equals 9C plus 160. I can get rid of the 160 by subtracting 160 from each side. These will of course cancel each other out. They're the exact same thing. And if I get the 430 and I subtract 160, I'll get 270. So now I have 270 equals 9C. We're getting pretty close to just Celsius being by itself. All I will have to do now is get rid of the 9 So I'll divide 9 by each side. Remember, whatever you do on one side, you need to do on the other side. So 9 divided by 9 is actually 1. And then 270 divided by 9, we'll have it here, 270 divided by 9. That gets you 30. So I have 30 here equals C. So, when asked, the temperature in San Juan, Puerto Rico, when it is 86 degrees Fahrenheit, that equals to 30 degrees Celsius. You can do it for your own temperature at home, outside, inside, what your body temperature is, the high, the low today, whatever you want to do, but convert a few temperatures from Fahrenheit to Celsius. If you have some temperatures in Celsius, you can convert it back to Fahrenheit. So with that, that's the end of the lecture. I hope you've learned a lot, both from the blackboard that we went over, as well as just the slides and hearing it. Just remember the equation. The more times you repeat it to yourself, the more you'll know it. Just be able to regurgitate it on the exam, and you will be good.